Hello, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer. Thank you so much for your patience. I was really stubborn. I wanted to upload a video and it didn't upload, so I had to improvise. And I am here. So, welcome to Mars and Leo. I don't know why. I don't feel like the last live video was a long time ago. But I feel like it's been a while since we've connected. It's really interesting. But regardless, Robbie said, I'm ready to evoke and evolve. And that is a huge, amazing theme of what this Leo season is going to usher. And what's really amazing about Mars entering Leo is coming off of a square. And because we're talking about Mars, as Khalil has suggested, let's all do a ritual right now. We're going to start this broadcast really helping you feel into the vibrancy that this transit's going to bring. A lot is going into Leo. Mercury's already there. The sun's going to be dancing with Mars. And then eventually the moon will bump in there with the North Node. So one thing, Apollodia just stole the words out of my mouth, Ren activation. One thing that you want to really invoke with Mars is that Mars is very much so your sexual power. That's why sexuality is a very powerful part about spirituality, two of the most sexual signs are Scorpio and Aries, easily, where it just kind of oozes from them and emanates, right? So one thing to really keep in mind with all this energy is Venus is also a sexual planet too. This is why I highly advise you all to get the asteroid webinar where I talk about Juno. A lot of you look at Venus like she's supposed to give you committed relationships. That's Juno for you, actually. Venus is the feminine sensual love. That's why Venus-Mars conjunctions in astrology are some of the most potent. But Venus-Mars conjunctions in astrology have more to do with sexual love, just like sextiles, no pun intended. So now that Mars is going to be moving into Leo and favorably aspecting Venus, you're going to find that your sexuality evolves with your love. And one thing that I enjoy about the Mars and Leo energy is the courage. This is one of the sexiest positions for Mars to be in, to be honest. Like, even some of the most like introverted, shy people, when they express it, it's very sexy. Because Mars in Leo, you put your heart into whatever you do. And this can be an activation of passion for you. So regardless, what this ritual we're going to do is, when it comes to spiritual warfare, you look to where Mars is in your chart. Mars in your chart lets you know how you react. Where's your inner warrior? Is Mars in Aries? You're going to run up and just clock someone in the face. Like, some people with Mars in Aries, they'll run up and they'll go to that evil spirit and they'll deck that evil spirit in the gonads, in the face. Mars in Cancer will be just as mad once the energy brews, but it'll just sit back. You know what I'm saying? You'll think Mars in Cancer is like, you know, not being courageous because they're not jumping into the battlefield, but they're brewing a potion for you. They're brewing a potion, and before you know it, you already drank their poison, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Mars in Scorpio is like, oh, say no more, brujeria. Mars in Leo is, let me challenge you to a proper duel. You want to sully my pride? We're going to show the world how you ain't ish. And, you know, this is not what we're going to have to go through, but this is what we're going to have to go through. The evolution of love is not going to be without hashtag petty game. And I'm not encouraging you to be petty, but I am encouraging you to expose the petty. All right. I already said I'm part of Team Petty Gang. So if I don't get exposed enough, then y'all ain't doing your job. I'm just joking. But regardless, the purpose and intention of this ritual is to activate and release your energy. So because we're incorporating the fire element, Uranus and Aries is going to activate. And the releasing of this energy is going to help you move forward into this Mars and Leo transit very boldly, so that you put your heart in what you do. And remember now, Mars just finished a very intense transit through Cancer. So there's a sort of sincerity of action that is being tested with this square to Uranus and Aries, because it's also trining Chiron in Pisces. So Mars really doing so is actually fine-tuning and evolving your action by adding the feeling of energy. Let me say this one more time, because what this ritual is going to do is to take advantage, if I go to the Peace Mobile right here, of what everyone's sexual energy is doing. And let me rewind a little bit, because I did mention that Venus is also a sexual planet too. Mars is the masculine expression, or the warrior-like expression of sexual energy, and Venus is the feminine expression of sexual energy. This is the most important thing to know. These planets are both sexual, all right? There's sexuality that is involved between sharing space and balancing, and also using one's charm. Whereas Mars is that forceful, aggressive, irresistible, masculine expression that every man and woman has and experiences. So the square that is occurring with the sun right now, the sun is giving us power. It's empowering our power, and it's being activated radically like a lightning bolt with Uranus. And the trine from Chiron is to miraculously heal your body so that you don't get fried in the process. So as this goes into Leo, this is the difference between feeling and biting your nen and your chakra, you're tempering your will, and then when it's in Leo, Hatsu, you're about to act. This is a literal explosion. So what this is going to do is to help release your energy. Keep in mind, what we're going to do for this quick ritual is going to be relatively simple. All the energy is kind of in the air with the fire, like gasoline. So the intention, just your intent with your thoughts, is going to activate the Venus-Saturn opposition. And all we plan to do is set the intention to release the energy. Release the energy that you have been building up while Mars was in Cancer. What this release tends to do is not like release, not let it go, but like release the pressure. Because Mars in Cancer has been building up the pressure, bubbling up in your aura. Literally, Leo is when it, this Leo season is when you actually like Dragon Ball Z power up and you're like, oh, whoa. But you fire signs, you were born this way. So it's just like, you go Super Saiyan 5, you know what I'm saying? So this is important though, because we're kind of stockpiling the number of people. Ashley B said release the pressure is much needed. What Pluto opposition Mars did was build that pressure, sexual tension. And you were having to get angry. You were having to get mad so that you dig deep in places that you usually sweep under the cover. So now that you've kind of exposed this, and the key part here is the fact that the sun and Mars is going to be traveling. So we're going to have power over our actions and our sexual power. And yes, Neptune goddess, it really is a release of orgasms. If a lot of you have found that you're getting more aroused, if you're masturbating a lot more, if you're very horny, this is actually not a drop in your self-control. This is an ascension symptom. This is showing you that your actual sexual energy is evolving. and it's having to release a lot of suppressed sexual energy that you've kind of let down there. And that's a sign that it's awakening. Like some of you are awakening some deep, dark energy, and because it's starting to come through your body, some of you, you're awakening your inner Shiva. You know, some of you are going through yoni upgrades. So like that God, that inner goddess or the inner God inside is starting to take hold of your body. And you're having to balance the extreme sexual release, especially Sagittarius with Lilith. Y'all are dealing with Lilith. You're having to channel the godlike lust in a human body. So if you have to release, you have to release. Some of you, honestly, I hate to get like a little XX right here, but some of you, you're masturbating over and over to the degree, or having sex to the degree where it's like, whoa, I thought I was over round 3. I didn't know I can go 2 more rounds. Like, damn. Don't worry, the peace dealer is still in the drought. You know what I'm saying? Saturn in the 8th, so I have an embargo on my sex life. Sucks, but it's all good. I will say though, this is gonna be very powerful because once this goes into Leo, all right, it's gonna be like ridiculous. So one thing that I'm going to do, because it's built up, I'm going to restart the 33-day ritual, and I'm going to use this. I should have. Cancer season is what I should have done. Tiki Goddess, you're so ridiculous. But yeah, what I would advise for those of you who want to start the 33-day ritual, that'll be dope. I'm gonna do it again. But for those of you who want to build your energy, all right, especially if you haven't been releasing or masturbating, if you're having sex, is different. But if you go on like a masturbation fast, all right, because this is actually healthy. Touching yourself is actually healthy. It increases cardiovascular, blah blah blah. I saw an article, but regardless, if you actually like abstain for a whole new moon cycle. Some of you're already beyond this level. You probably don't. You probably have to release just once. But if you actually abstain and let that energy build, your sexual energy build for that whole, cycle, it's going to be cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was supposed to do that Cancer season. I fell to temptation. Like there was no way. I was supposed to build for Cancer season, and no, I had to release. I'm just be real, and it's gonna be harder for Leo season. For those of you who will kind of like be abstaining, you don't even have to abstain like that much, but just think that lust and feeling that energy is going to be that much more spicy, and it's gonna be like a tri-fire. Like some of you, you're not even gonna try, and I encourage you. You don't even have to. It is what it is. But I do want you to keep in mind, if you notice, we're very sexual. Because when you talk about Mars, don't necessarily feel like it's more in tune with your actions. Mars gets a bad rep. I myself might have also aligned it that way in other broadcasts. Mars gets a bad rap for being, people look at Mars to help them fulfill goals that they want. Mars is the drive and the passion that is going to inspire you to do certain things, but you don't want to think that Mars is Saturn. Saturn is the planet that is going to actually like discipline you to use your Mars to fulfill whatever goals you want. Mars instinctually is really like sexual. When I talk about sexuality throughout this whole broadcast, not really vulgarly at all, but when I bring up this topic, you really, if it's foreign to you, if this is something that's suppressed, because a lot of people have suppressed Mars. Some of you have Mars square Saturn. So every time you bring out your sexuality, Saturn's just like, no, this is wrong, this is bad. Saturn on Mars. So you have a very either like restricted but very massively controlled. So this is a very sensitive topic. Some of you, it's square Pluto or on Pluto, so you might have dealt with molestation or rape. So this is going to bring up a whole lot of these issues following the opposition. Regardless, once again, this ritual that we're going to do really quick is going to release and activate the Mars sexual power and kind of let it, some of you will feel stuff instantly. Some of you, if you don't feel anything, just kind of, the purpose of this ritual is to just set your intention. You could substitute release for activate your sexual energy, as Mars will really do so. So what you want to do right now is take in a deep breath down to your diaphragm, and you want to feel the breath of life that you're breathing in all the way down to your root. And feel your root chakra start to take in that energy. And then, of course, breathe out and then breathe in. So maintain that breathing pattern. You can even do this after the ritual and just feel your root chakra. You're going to feel your body tingling. Feel your root chakra being nourished by the breath of life. This is going to activate your sexual energy. All right. Olivia Cabrera knows what's up. Because we're doing this together, are going to happen. It doesn't have, it can happen in the middle of the chat, it can happen after. So keep in mind, as we share our energy together, all right, you just want to have the tingling sit at your body. This is going to kind of help you sit in your sexual energy. King John, hilarious. You could also put your hands together, which is what I yes, you will be. But focus that energy over your body. So as you feel this energy kind of tingling, set the intention to activate and release. You could either say activate, or release, or just focus on that intention while your root chakra is still focusing. All right, so maintain that breathing pattern, focus, and I'm gonna invoke these energies. I haven't used this in a minute. Shout out to Ali Smith's vagina chakra that's on max. She got the right idea. Some of you will feel this in your heart too, opening up. There we go. Heatherette Babe says this is a really calm horniness. Whenever you get horny, broadcast, whenever you get uncontrollably horny, do this breathing meditation. This will actually intensify the horniness and it'll make it calm. So you actually don't have to like yourself to your lust. This will actually like help you keep it in your energy, but be calm. Yeah. Very nice way of saying it. I invoke the power of Uranus. I invoke the power of Jupiter. I invoke the power of Mars, the trilateral commission. Well, not that trilateral commission, but I invoke the power of these energies to activate, release, and expand upon. so that we can all be initiated into the evolution. May we put heart in all that we do in ways that revolutionize all that we are. And that's it. All that's left to do is to accept the energy that comes through you. Some of you are fire signs, so you're going to experience this quicker. Some of you are water signs, so you can kind of sit with this, giving you with this intention and breathing pattern. Your higher self will now tell you different things you can do and add. Let your energy speak to you. And yeah, so Mars is going to be entering Leo tomorrow, and you're going to feel that shift. You will feel that shift. Shayna, Aquarius is not resisting the sexual revolution. It might depend what Aquarius that is, but they're actually one of the leaders. Regardless, though, Mars entering Leo is a lot more than evolving your heart and evolving love. Shout out to Crystal Lockett. This activation worked. Give thanks to the group chat because we're all sharing our energies, and give thanks to the universe. This is a solid. From the uni, this is the South Node in Aqua activation, and Mars entering Leo is going to allow you to align your heartfelt actions with destiny. This is a little bit different because Leo season energy we're stepping into is unlike any. Oh, Chad Taylor with the spirit bomb. It's like unlike any, Leo season that we ever had. This is going to really like shift so much that has changed recently to the next staple and evolution of conscious awareness. So following Mars here, this is going to add courage to the way you express your sexuality. Let me tell you even more so why this is important. This is right now happening. Like Uranus is squaring this. So you're having to really break forth with sexual techniques that you've never done before. Some of you are having to direct your emotional energy in ways that only you have done. So you may be getting spiritually attacked. Some of your minds may get hijacked with Neptune and Pisces, where as you're expressing your sexuality, it feels like, oh, you're a loser. You shouldn't do this. What's wrong with you? That voice is going to come up. For those of you who have had your Mars suppressed, that voice is going to come up, and it's going to say whatever it needs to do to suppress this. Instead of suppressing this, be that warrior and fight past it. And this is the best part here, because it's not that your Mars can't fight the suppression. Some of you guys really like, you just hold back. You just hold back. Be very mindful of people who are not quick to fight, because that's one thing that the fire signs teach the rest of the signs, that there's an honor to fighting. Over us at the Air Clan, we prioritize balance and not letting conflict out. But fire signs will show you why you have to punch someone in the face and you have to fight each other. And then after fighting each other, you know what I'm saying? You make up. That's kind of a more savage way, you know what I'm saying, as Libra or Gemini would say. But it holds its place when you're able to balance that confrontation and aggressiveness to really light the fire in someone's face, okay? However, some people move different. Some people, like with Mars in Gemini or Mars in Scorpio, like they're not trying to fight you. They're not trying to fight you. And to other people, Mars in Pisces especially, to other people, it could look like, oh, they're just scared. They're just scared of fighting. The Mars in Gemini will try and talk it out with you like, yo, like, I'm not trying to do this. Mars in Pisces especially will probably even start crying like, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to have peace. I don't want to fight you. Because if they fight you, they'll kill you. Like some people, Mars and Scorpio, especially like Mars and Scorpio doesn't know how to do this in between, like talking stuff like, oh, passions flaring. It's like, you don't want them. You don't want to push them because like they will, all they know is to destroy you. Hold on now. Hold on now. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. So some of you guys, this doesn't even have to apply to fighting. Some of you guys are trying to push these kind of signs to act in a moment where they move different. Like, you can set your intention out there, but it's not going to force stuff. With Mars entering Leo, this is going to bring out your natural sexual energy. All right. It's going to do so in a way that really tests how much courage you have in the actions you take. So those of you looking for your soulmate, those of you wanting to manifest the partnership, you know what I'm saying? This is your opportunity to actually show yourself what your power is. Now, don't worry, the influence of the North Node will make what is meant to happen happen. But you're going to have to stand to the occasion. You're going to be in a position where you can make things work with that soulmate, but you have to put yourself out there. You can't, you actually have to take a risk. And it's going to be a crazy risk because Uranus is there, and you putting your heart into what you do, if you're too focused on how perfect what you're doing is, Mars isn't really in Virgo, so it's not really, it doesn't matter if you nail, you know, some people are all about presentation. It doesn't matter if you say that line in the perfect way and you evoke those feelings. You really just need to act from your heart. Do whatever you're doing from your heart. If you can take that risk, and you may not even know what the hell you're going to say to this person. Don't worry, Venus is in Gemini, so she will hook it up with the lingo. As long as you're actually being honest, like it'll be legitimate. It'll be legitty sauce. Okay, I just said legitty sauce. But if you're coming from the heart, all right, for someone like me, this might be a bit challenging. It won't, but it might be a bit challenging because like my moon in Capricorn likes to be direct and to the point. I might have to like really be creative. I will have to be creative. You're going to really want to add heart in what you do. Now, the good news is with what you're going to be put in situations that naturally bring out your heart. So you're going to be in that, oh my God, you're going to be in that position where you're starring in that hit role that brings out your heart. And this is your moment. Trust me, Leo season for everyone this is finally your moment to shine. Okay. And look, Nikita W just said the most important thing. My inner pettiness is so savage. Just to give you an understanding of how important this is, if your inner petty does not match with someone else's inner petty, there's going to be a problem. And the inner petty of both people is going to be the inner petty is going to be shown through the quincunx that Mars is making from Neptune to Pluto. And the quincunx that it's making is going to show how you're coming from the heart, but then you know how Capricorn and Pisces will still throw shade like, ha ha ha. Well, nah, let's be like, ha ha ha. You know, that was cool. I bet you think you're awesome. But they'll do it in front of your face too. So it's not like they won't give you the chance to rebuttal. You kind of want to sit with this petty energy and not take it too personally. It's just going to allow there to be a circle of hate. That this is the duality. I want you to envision a high school class, or I want you to envision a room of people who are just insulting each other, but they're just frying each other, okay? They're just frying each other. It's like in their hearts, they don't hate each other. They think they're giving each other's time, but they're just saying nothing but insults. They're not even mad. They might even laugh as they say it. Pettiness. This is an atmosphere that's going to really continue to rise. So when you kind of experience this, it's like a family roast. Some stuff will be very personal, and if it's too personal for you, you don't have to engage in the game. But if you kind of keep this in the circle, this will vibrationally shift things, all right, regardless of where someone individually is. Mars entering Leo is going to be empowered by Aries, the sun. So the awareness is on your sex drive. And trust me, this is going to be a very challenging transit once again, where you have to really be courageous with how you express your sexuality. And our generation and the generation before us has kind of been pretty screwed. Like, we've been suppressed for the first 20 years of our life with religion or with just society that kind of shuns certain things. So a lot of us are evolving our hearts by like expressing a new version of this. The Pluto and Sagittarius generation is on some other stuff. Anyone born after 95, they got this wild sexual movement that's going down that we can't really speak on, but their fire is actually going to help stoke back the sexual fire of the older generations. So a lot of what you think is naughty, if when I say sex or sexuality, you think you're still kind of thinking it's either something funny to laugh at because it's like, oh, he said sex, or if you're saying, oh, this is inappropriate, you're suppressed. If talking about sexuality or expressing sexuality is taboo, all right, I'm not saying to put your shirt up and show your titties or to like whip your dick out, but if expressing your sexual energy, however that manifests for you, is taboo, or you have a hesitancy to, you're suppressed. And this Mars and Leo transit is going to give you opportunities to bring this out. Expressing your sexuality, you can express your sexuality for a whole month and you have no sexual intercourse, but it's in the way you look in the person's eyes that you're talking to. You see that male person and you actually, have a hearty conversation with that person. And then you go about your day and you talk and you're very heartfelt. That's sexual energy, all right? Just because you're not necessarily touching each other in very deeply sexual ways, that doesn't make it any less sexual. You want to really keep this in mind. It's not really trying to grasp that. Scorpio and Leo kind of get that. It's more a vibration, if anything. So one thing that I strongly advise is to definitely check out my new monthly astrology horoscope. I have debuted the monthly astrology horoscope series, especially for the more serious astrology enthusiasts. As you know, I really love to rant because that's where the true spirituality is. I have to let you know what this divine truth is. I'm able to really, though, condense all the transits that you're going to experience for, in this case, Leo season. Every season, the season's birthday that it is, my gift to you is a complimentary view of that. So Leo, happy birthday. If you want to see your monthly astrology horoscope, it's out and available in public. Virgo, next season, it's going to be there for you too. I strongly advise that you purchase it. It's $5 a video. You want to get the video for your rising, your moon, and your sun. But if you can only get your rising or your sun, you'll be straight. If you're like a triple or double sign, it's going to be that much more accurate. And you can get all 12 for 40. So I really advise this because you're going to get a greater view by decan. Instead of breaking it down like each week, we'll go the first 10 degrees, the next 10 degrees, and the last 10 degrees. We'll break down each of the important transits per decan. And then at the end, I pull a 3-card spread, a love card, and I also pull a spiritual lesson card. Taurus, you getting hooked up in love. I'm gonna just give a sneak peek. Taurus, you got really good cards. Your love card was the Ace of Cups, And when you see the spiritual lesson card, it'll all make sense. It's getting supernatural. You feel me? So keep that in mind. I also am going to be doing the webinar soon. The webinar is going to be very important because we're going to join as a group and we're going to bring in this passionate energy. It's going to be a party. It's going to be lit. We're going to be able to stoke and really build up energy. The links to the description box are below. I'm going to continue recording some of the oh, Yvonne said, for transits, Mike, isn't ascendant more important than sun? Good question. There's no such thing as more importance. I know some astrologers like to say that, but the sun is actually the most important. But the sun will give you the perspective, the rising will give you the perspective, and the moon will give you how you feel. So the rising isn't really more important than the sun, because if you didn't know your time of birth, your sun sign will still kind of give you the awareness. But your rising sign is going to make it super personal for you. So on a personal level, it's more relevant. And then for those of you, only watch your moon sign if you're very psychic. If you're very psychic, get the one for your moon, because this is going to be your intuition telling you secrets from that other side. So yeah, the Blue Phoenix side said the Leo monthly forecast is absolutely amazing. Very happy birthday. Very, very, very honored. And yeah, I want to keep these videos like 15 to 20 minutes, but you'll find some of them go over because there's a lot to say for the transit. And once again, in that webinar, we're going to really party. Cancer moons are super psychic. That's very true. We're going to party we're going to party in honor. So the partying that we're going to do, even though we may not really be doing a lot of dancing and like, you know what I'm saying? You can dance if you want and build up energy, but we're going to have a lot of gratitude. We're going to say a lot of positive affirmations, and we're going to actually like shout. We're going to have victory chants just so that we can have this energy. Like, us moving into Leo season is a celebration. Yes, Maya, you can. You totally can. So keep that in mind. This is going to be marking a powerful evolution that will really set the stage for what is to come, as well as what you're meant to experience. So let's hop into the Peace Mobile right quick, because you need to see this. So as Mars goes into Leo and the moon is in Gemini, revealing the true nature of your feelings with this square, this is really just the most profound, this energy that we're going to be building up. So as you release and build up and feel the fire of your own chakra and your own sexual energy, and this air sign energy is going to put you in relationships that help you balance this with the right friends and partners. The first thing you want to keep in mind through this transit, of course, is the gradual quincunx that starts to form. Because when the sun starts to get closer to the North Node, in fact, let's just speed up there, Mars is now fully quincunx. It starts with Neptune, and then it gets to Pluto. You want to see these as checkpoints. So as Mars is building up sexual energy, what is occurring quite profoundly is a greater shift in the quality of how you respond to your moment with courage and love. This is important because when this starts to sextile Jupiter, the actions you'll be taking will be opening doors to move forward in your relationships as Jupiter is moving forward out of the retrograde. As Mars builds up and you're kind of being more aware of how your love is evolving, the quincunxes that this will be making, or the quincunx that this will be making to Capricorn and Pisces, will be refining your action with integrity, transforming the integrity of the lifestyle of your actions, and helping you see more into the divine with all these actions. And what I mean by saying helping you see more into the divine is every action you take is going to transform the situation magically, that taps you deeper into the divine and adds an intuitive element. But this is going to be really misleading because as you're acting, you're not really going to see what Neptune is doing. Keep that in mind. And as the energy moves forward, all right, and starts to sextile Jupiter and trine Uranus, be very mindful of what you're doing at the end of August, because this is the first time that Venus and Mars will finally catch up again. The lovers reunite. So some of your twin flames and soulmates, you're going to have your passionate reunion here. Even if you've been with them for 10 years, this is where the passion rekindles. And they're going to conjunct together in Virgo. But this is where Venus walks in the room and Mars is ready to take the life-defining action. Like proposing. How beautiful. So know that that trine is going to have you outwardly, you know, act on your most passionate desires. And the conjunction to Mercury retrograde will have you very passionately communicate and talk as you're acting. So keep this in mind. See, you're going to really free and express your most wild, passionate desires. And I say keep this in mind because right now it's square Uranus. So the square to your ass, the square to Uranus is very secantly, okay, having you build this in. All right, you're not ready to unleash these wild desires. You're feeling that energy make you super horny or make you super passionate, and you're building that fire so that it will explode forth in Leo. All right, and what's cool about Leo is that the energy and fire can stoke and build and really get more and more and more powerful and more passionate. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to pull some Wisdom of the Oracle divination cards. And the last message that I really want to share is you're going to surprise yourself with the things you do. You're going to really add a flair to your strength because when Mars was in Taurus, you were building the determination to really even give a crap. And so Leo, you're going to be showing this in your heart. And this is going to be where you make that breakthrough and turn around. As soon as tomorrow, and Allie stay on a roll. Allie Smith stays on a roll. Like, it's amazing. I really do love those comments. So Aries, the card that we have for you is to be fair. Okay? When it comes to being fair, you want to make sure that you're expressing the boldness of your actions in ways that don't let others take advantage of you. All right? And not only will they not take advantage of you, but they'll be in a position to actually get a greater understanding of where you're coming from. So make sure that you don't let others kind of like treat you unfairly. And definitely make sure you're being fair in what you're doing so that everyone is kind of compensated and you're kind of not monopolizing on other things. Because you're going to get a very potent burst and it could be distributed pretty evenly in ways that will multiply what you have instead of you all having. Taurus, the card that I have for you is regeneration. I know what that means. Trust me. You are going to build on your energy. Oh, thank you, Child of Destiny. You're going to build, and thank you, Annie. You're going to build on your energy. For those of you who donate on the Super Chat, I will draw a magical messages from Doreen Virtue card for you. From Doreen Virtue. And if you cannot pay on the super chat, don't worry. I'll give one card for everyone who wasn't able to, or just everyone else. That kind of applies. So yeah, Taurus, you're going to really find that you're going to restore your energy centers, and you're going to really legitimately regenerate certain things that were destroyed or just need healing. And even stuff that doesn't need healing, you're just going to regenerate and gain that freshness again. It's going to be awesome. Gemini, the card we have for you. For those of you who cannot find the super chat, if you can't find the super chat on the YouTube, then I'm going to put a link in my description box below so that you can donate from the site as well. It'll be on the bottom. I do notice some of you say you can't ever find it, so I'll just use that. And if in the notes you can say magical message, I'll honor that. If not, it is what it is. So Gemini, the card that I have for you. Thank you, Tashia, and thank you, Camera. I'm legitty sauce. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right, Gemini, we ready. Oops. Let's do this. Thank you very much. Thank you, Toby. All right. Scorpio. Thank you, Lydia. Gemini, we have flexible. So what this is saying is not necessarily for you to be too open-minded that you're in a position to kind of bend to anyone's will, but I'm actually seeing this as your schedule being opened up. And thank you, Jalen. I see this as your schedule opening up and things occurring very potently for you to actually make your lifestyle more flexible, for you to accommodate greater things that you can accomplish. So this is going to bring a lot more balance in your life as well, and it's going to be great. Awesome. All right. Cancer. Have go the distance. And this is important, Cancer, because you might be in a position where you feel like what you're doing isn't so worth it. And this is saying that it is worth it. And that if you continue and you finish what you started, it'll be so worth it. It'll be so worth it. It'll be so worth it. Okay. Leo. I'm not sure. Davidson charts could be if you use them right. We have regeneration, which makes a lot of sense because Taurus got it too. So regeneration is talking about really seeing through the deeper facets of what you need to blast forward. Now, what's going to regenerate for you, Leo, is your sacred sexual energy. It took a huge hit, especially in 2014, because you put yourself out there and you got devastated and like you got screwed. So like your heart went numb, you went through that, and it's going to regenerate. It took some time, but you're going to get your superpower back because the love will mend and heal. Virgo, the card that I have for you is To Be Fair. Talking about you putting people in check, you're going to have to really deal with the petty gang a lot. And your response for all the petty endeavors is, hey, to be fair, you're basic and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be that cheeky. I would watch Mean Girls, but you don't have to be that kind of sarcastic. You want to really call out whoever is not being fair towards you and show how you're being fair. This will be turned on you if you're not being fair, but this is important for you to do. Aries doesn't have to be that forward with it. They have to watch how they're being fair. You, Virgo, you have to be very aware of how you point out who's not being fair, because people will think they're getting away with it and they won't say anything. All right. Libra. Thank you, Peggy. Libra. The card I have for you is by the book. You have to do everything you do by the book because eyes are on you and people are waiting for you to do something shady. People are waiting for you to like do something against the rules so that they have a reason to call you out on it. So really keep this in mind. Do everything you're doing by the book. Especially if it comes to tax or anything, you're going to get tempted to not do it by the book. And the moment you do, you're going to be put on blast. So don't fall into that. Thank you, Amanda Perry. Much love. Scorpio. Scorpio, we have Treasure Island. So don't get it twisted. I don't think you're going to Treasure Island. You know what I'm saying? I think you are Treasure Island. I think you're ready to open your doors. But no, Pisces might just take you to Treasure Island. I'm not gonna lie. Or you just kind of might find yourself there. I see this more as a message, though. Treasure Island and this vibration is talking about the gold that you carry within the Philosopher's Stone that makes up a very important part of your auric field. So you're going to really harness this golden energy around you in ways that have people draw more to you. This is what I meant before when I was like, you're opening up Treasure Island. This is an analogy for your heart as well, so that you can kind of partake of that treasure. But you may be waiting for someone to open it. And I'm not going to tell you some corny crap like open it yourself, but I'm just going to let you know, like, a lot of what you've been cultivating within is now showing forth itself in glorious, wonderful ways. Thank you, Kimmy Cat. Sagittarius, we have by the book. Saturn is in your sign. So not only do you have to do it by the book, you have to do it serious and you have to do it super like on point. Because the moment you're not on point, you're going to see your friends like take advantage, all right? Not follow the rules. Thank you, Belle. And they're going to get all the way. They're going to get away with it. They're going to get away with all of it. The moment you do one thing wrong, it's your ass. So don't get caught slipping because this is going to be, the spotlight's going to be on you for sure. Thank you, Rita. Thank you very much. All right. Thoughtarius. That's hilarious. Capricorn, the card that I have for you. Aww. Capricorn, I have soulmates. And this is important because Pluto has basically been killing your consciousness, having you feel like you'll never really connect. But you want to really rest assured you're going to connect with your soulmate for sure. The connection that you have been having with your soulmate, whether physically, through dreams, or both, is now coming together in a much more powerful way. Cancer season is letting you feel that spiritual connection. Thank you, Scorpio Queen. So this is beautiful, Capricorn. Your heart's really going to feel like it's found its home, even if you've been with this soulmate. Even as I say that, you know, I'm starting to feel that connection. So keep that in mind. If you don't know who your soulmate is, if you haven't met, this is the sign. Like you're going to connect. And you want to think you've already connected through the ethers as well. So keep that in mind. And also Capricorn, this is saying that, or Capricorn moon, if you're wondering whether a certain person is your soulmate, that was confirmation. Like they also feel what you're feeling, not in the same way as you, but they are aware of the connection. Aquarius. This goes for Cap, Rising, and Moon. Aquarius. Thank you, Jay, and thank you, Eve. Y'all are dope as fuck, too. Aquarius, we have by the book. So Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius, you see the sextile? Like, you guys cannot get caught slipping. And it makes perfect sense because this Mars in Leo is going to give you so much power and influence. Libra is going to use this to make you do whatever they want. Libra is just going to come up and charm the hell out of you, and you're going to think about having sex with them. And before you know it, you're going out with them. You're doing so much. You're having so much fun. Sagittarius and Aquarius, they're going to know how to use this passionate energy to where you can't curve them. You can't turn them down. They're going to be more sexual around you. So the universe is like, if you guys take advantage of this energy, you're going to get screwed. You're going to get screwed. It's going to really backfire on you. And it's not so much that you're trying to take advantage of it, right? But it's kind of, Lisa Ann, great question. Honestly, you're an Aquarius, so Aquarius is above the pettiness. Even though you can be petty, it's just like a different level. So this is saying like you just kind of, you got to do everything on point. I'm not, for you Aquarius, I'm not getting that you might try and take advantage, but you have to make sure you set that standard, because what you do is going to influence more of the world, with Sagittarius and Libra as well. Pisces, for you we have chaos and conflict. This is the catalyst that you're going to need to maneuver. Chaos and conflict with this stones breaking up. Your world is going to be shaken up so that through the chaos and conflict, you can express your point. Watch, Pisces. This is really what it is for you, because this chaos and conflict is coming very precisely from you not being understood. So you have kind of been showing people a magical reality, and it's not magical to you, it's factual to you, but you've kind of been showing people a different way of looking at things, and they've been stuck in a certain way. So chaos and conflict is breaking around you, so that now the stuff that you told people, now that their experience is changing, it makes sense to them. So go with the flow of the conflict. It's temporary. People are going to come to you so that they can help get through the conflict. The conflict is going to be low-key really fun, because you're going to see people going crazy, and you're going to capitalize on that conflict and chaos like all mutable signs do. All right, and the card I have for everyone is the Fates. So karma's getting activated, y'all, and you're going to really love with a loyal heart. So don't feel worried that you might open your heart and get taken advantage of. This is where that courage comes in. This is where that courage comes in to evolve, where you're not scared to be hurt, and you're not vulnerable because it's not in Cancer anymore. So you're not afraid to be hurt. You're showing who you really are through your love, and you get it in. You get it in. Quite profoundly and very powerfully. So with that being said, oh shit. Damn. Infinitely true to me. That's not right. Annie. The card that I have for you is your desire is within reach. Have faith, as everything is working in your favor. So it's right there. It's right there. All right. There's nothing more you even have to do. It's literally there. It's all you have to do is walk into it and set that intent. And then child of destiny. We have business venture girl. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. Patricia Barlow. We have ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need, and you will succeed. And just kind of spreading that intent out there will be all that's necessary, just so that the energy is out there. And if you've done it, then you can do it one more time and you'll be even more Gucci. We have sun. Your sun is watched over and protected as he explores his world. I don't know if you have a sun, so if you don't, that would be very interesting and good to know. Tasha Vega. We also have your desire is within reach. So have faith as everything is working in your favor, okay? And just kind of let it happen. It's there. It's going to happen like right now, basically. And this within reach is just everything kind of happening. Everyone's going to bed immediately after sexual. That's hilarious. Britzy, for you, we have business venture, trust and follow through on a career opportunity or a new business idea. All right. Scorpio water sign. Damn, Allie. Scorpio water sign. Thank you, Geometric. We have emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Lilac Ocean 420. The card we have for you is spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. Camera Campbell. The card that we have for you is debt paid off. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you in your life. This is huge. This is really good. This is really good. Thank you, Allie. Much appreciated. I'm glad we got real people like you watching. Jalen Donald, the card that we have for you, Jalen Donald, is your wishes granted. I don't know if this is the same as Jody Donald, but what you've asked for is coming true, girl. I feel like I need some like The Price is Right music. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this because it's Leo energy. We need some color in this. Which song is that? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Nah, that's not it. Hold on. Is that the song though? This is it! Yes! We lit! We lit! All right, we're lit. We lit, guys. Okay. I can do this work. Thank you. All right, so Amanda Perry, the card we have for you is let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Let go. Okay, let go. Miss Kiki, you're up. Miss Kiki, the card that we have for you. Thank you, Jimmy D. Miss Kiki, the card we have for you is assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. And you'll have that energy with Mars and Leo to really like move forward for what you want. It's gonna be awesome. Lydia, the card we have for you is walk away, leave the unhealthy situation, and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Miss Sasha Harrow, Thank you, Walking Miracle. Nasasha Harold. Thank you, Crystal. We have let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Sammy Hill. We have children. Your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. Toby. Or not to be. Oh, to be or not to be. I can't believe I just got it out. To be or not to be. Gosh, that is the question. We have debt paid off. Oh, would you look at that? The old habit and weight of your life is over. The dance has to be included, just in case you're not aware. I kind of have to do this. Sarah Jane, the card that we have for you is new career. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. Good job. Congratulations. Belle Goldfields. The card that I have for you. Super Angry Koala, refresh the video and then look in the description link. Belle Goldfields, we have easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. Okay. Ooh. My gosh. Peggy Rodriguez. We have assertiveness. So this is saying to stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. And in your case, whatever you want, go get it. Like, if you have to really like explain yourself, don't feel like you have to prove it, but spread your message across for sure. Jeannie Each, thank you. Jeannie Each. Jeannie AJ. I want to know how to say that. Scorpio Queen. We have asked for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. All right? So ask and you shall receive. But ask from the heart. Just like this person, you know, this little baby is fully knowing that it will come true. Kimmy Cat 90. Oh my God. Kimmy Cat 90, we have practice, practice, practice. Geneva. Okay, Geneve. Thank you. Awesome. Geneve. That's a beautiful name. Awesome. With daily practice, Gigi, you can, all right, so this is for Kimmy Cat 90. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Belle Goldfields. Pretty sure we just did you. Okay. Rena J. Rena J, we have be yourself. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis of your personal power. See that unicorn? You got to be out there shining. Sammy Hill, thank you very much. Oh, Sammy, my apologies. I don't draw a different card for extra donations, so I apologize. I won't really be able to elaborate, but do take that message and just internalize it. And yeah, if you've already donated, please don't think donating again will get you another card. The card is just for gratitude for the donation, but much appreciated. Rena J, the card that I have for you is daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. Awesome. And the healing rose. The healing rose. Rena, if you don't have a daughter, thank you, Destiny Dickinson, then really internalize that message. And this may talk about a future child. So the healing rose, we have children. Your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. All right. Oh, nice. Super angry koala then. Destiny, your card is also, hold on, let me get this. Thank you, Nancy. Daughter, I got the children card first. So the answer to your question involves your daughter, but what this involves is also young woman being a part of your life path and influencing young women. Eve Cardona, the card that I have for you is everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. You straight, don't even trip. Jay, the card that I have for you. Jay, I don't think you have a daughter. So Jay, the card that I have for you is walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. And this is perfect because people are going to try and play at your anger, Jay, and they want to see you like get angry. And if you walk away, they'll attack your pride, but you'll walk away in control of the situation. Ashley B, the card that I have for you is patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. It's on its way. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Oops. Geometra, the card that I have for you is whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. Elizabeth Resendez. We have walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. And the first one that you thought of is the one that kind of applied. All right. And enjoy the new as a result. So, ow. Walking miracle. We have summer. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. Now. Meow. Brianne Mendez, I don't have a favorite deck. I'm still on the search for that one deck. My favorite deck is going to be a custom-made deck, though. I already know. I do like Rider-Waite because I'm all about that tradition, but yeah, I don't really have a favorite. That's a good question. Jimmy Dean, would you look at that? Congratulations, Jimmy! Your debt has been paid off with this Leo eclipse. Everything is The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. Congratulations, Jimmy. Congratulations. You are a winner. Crystal Locket. The card that we have for you is connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Genevieve, Gigi. Yeah, I would love to design a deck. We have new home, Gigi. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. Sammy, oh, okay. Nancy, finally, the card we have for you is autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. All right, so Queen Daisy coming through last minute. The card that I have for you is autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. Thank you, Margaret. And the card that I have for everyone is daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. So, I mean, I don't even have a daughter, and I'm not sure how this really applies, but I would still keep that in the back of your mind. Maybe someone did, and yeah. Regardless, thank you very much for joining. Y'all stay blessed. One moment. Oh, you know what? I probably missed some. So, infinitely true to me. The card that I have for you is assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. Communication specialist. The card that I have for you is walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. And Margaret, the card that I have for you is flower power. The Healing Rose commented that as I pulled flower power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. And I would totally say roses, of course, with that synchronicity that we had. Thank you, Healing Rose. I will rest well. My back hurts. I gotta fix my posture or something. And y'all stay blessed once again. Glad I could share some magic and we could also do this ritual. And peace.